good to have you home. Hi!
You do love him, don't you? Tom?
Yeah, I do.
I remember when I had a boyfriend.
Oh, for God's sake.
Brian,
You're a footballer.
she's out of my league.
Guess this is it.
We grew up there and we hung out there. Everything changed after this.
Ash told me Ethan's single again. Really?
Do me the honour of marrying me.
Yes.
Cheese!
I love filming her rants. It drives her mad.
I'm not ranting, I'm talking. Kate, you have to wake up.
It's been a fatality. It don't mean it's your Kate.
I need to see her!
Stop, mate. Stop. I'm going to have to call it. Stop.
Hi. How you feeling? I had us really worried there for a minute.
Who are you?
I'm Kate. I'm your best friend.
We live next door to each other.
Yeah, that's right.
But you're gone. You went to university, you left me behind.
Rach, I would never leave you behind. Right. It's time.
Or
Well, you need to get up.
later, when I'm better.
Rach, you have to get up to get better, you know that.
Later, I promise.
Rachel has a torn liver, fractured pelvis. Both her legs are broken in several places, also her left arm. We've had to induce a coma.
She's in a coma.
Talk to her.
Hello, excuse me. Our daughter's been in a car crash. Oh, but Kate, how?
You need the nurse's station in the lift up one level.
Thank you. Is that your mother again?
Yeah.
We're going to have to answer that, you know.
Well, we know something.
Come on.
Going up. Doors closing.
Rachel. Is Mum. Dad's here too.
I love.
We just. You're going to be okay. You're going to pull through this. And when you wake up, we're going to be here. Do you hear me? Do you hear me?
See you, Jen. See you, Jen. Anne, love, come and sit down.
Mr. and Mrs. Harper, sorry for disturbing you. Can you remember what your Kate were wearing?
Well, she just got back a black jacket. Sorry, I don't know.
It's okay. Does she paint her nails?
Light pink.
Uh-huh.
No, please, no. No, again. Please.
She was talking to Ashley. She was talking to Ashley.
I'm so sorry. Kate were really poorly when she arrived. We tried everything. I'm sorry we lost her. I know it's no comfort, but she wouldn't have been in any pain.
I'm just not sure exactly what is it you need me to do.
The body will need to be identified.
Right, and we need to do that tonight.
That's not something you need to do tonight, Miss Harper. You can take your time. The formal identification can be done by a relative.
I'm just not sure if I'm ready.
Martin. It's Kate.
The police sometimes call the last number dialed as part of their investigation.
Investigation.
Hey, come on.
I want to see her.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, and do you remember King Kong? That girl above us in school.
She used to beat me up. You were always saying to us to stick up for myself.
If you ever listened.
She just stopped one day. Never did find out why. You stick up to her for me.
Well, that's what friends do, don't they? They stick up for each other. Your mum and dad really need you, Rach. So does Leah.
What about your mum and dad?
Mr. Harper. I was looking for Kate. No one will tell me how she is.
Son, she,
Tom! No! It's Dad. I know, Tom. I know. Leah, Just wait. Please. I'm sorry. Have you heard how Rachel is? There, how's Rach?
Ethan, I'm Inspector Peters. I'm arresting you on suspicion of causing death by dangerous driving.
Mum, Dad.
Christ, Leah.
No, God. I'm okay. Where's Rachel?
Look at you.
No, they said I'm okay. Ashley's dead. So is Brian.
This can wait. Please. No, we can't. I'm sorry. He's in shock.
Tom, I'm Detective Peters. Son, I'm arresting you on suspicion of causing death by dangerous driving. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defense if you do not mention something which you later rely on in court. Do you understand?
I think I've left the front door open.
What speed were you doing? Why did you decide to overtake when you did, Tom?
What happens now?
The collision team will start an investigation. If there's enough evidence, the case may be brought to trial.
The other car. They were in the accident.
Hospital keeping driver in for observation, but he should be fine.
What about...
Oh. Tom hasn't been charged with anything at this time. So he's free to go home for now. I'm sorry for your loss.
Rachel's out of the OR.
Oh, thank God.
The operation seems to have gone well, but it's early days still.
Can we see her?
Look, it's been a long night. Why don't you go home, get some sleep, and come back rested in the afternoon?
I'm not leaving, Jack.
We'll stay.
I'm not leaving.
Okay.
Come here. Come on.
You can't be in here, Ethan.
Mr. Grew, please. Please. Please.
Door's open.
I left the door open.
All the Christmas lights are off. Is that because of Kate? Kate wouldn't...
Anything could have happened. I could have been robbed blind. We could have lost everything. I need some air. I'm not going in there.
I don't know why I put this thing on. I haven't worn it in years. Do you remember the night of the prom? And how pretty Kate looked? How happy she were, joy were beaming out of her.
I can't, Anne. I can't. Taught to ride a bike here. I played footy with her there.
She was a real tomboy at first, wasn't she?
I keep trying to forget it, and I can't. One minute she was here, and the next... I'm living with that every day. Every day. She sat here last night in his car. I waved to her, she didn't see me. I should have just dropped him off at the pub.
You can't think like that.
If I'd have stopped her going out.
No, Martin.
I didn't get to say goodbye. I didn't get to tell her that I loved her.
She knew. She knew.
It's not my fault, isn't it?
No, 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 shush. It's not. We never have to go in there again, I promise. We're going to stay at my mum's till it's sold.
I'm so sorry.
1 minute, you'll be strong for me. The next, I'll be strong for you, and that's how we're going to get through this. OK?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's Leah.
I saw you outside and Kate meant so much to all of us, so I had to do something.
After what you've been through, you die. Oh, look at you. Oh, you must be freezing. Come on. Come on.
Come on.
Hospital said we need an undertaker.
Ethan's father said we should get a solicitor.
Solicitor? Yeah, of course.
Oh, it's more important. I didn't mean...
I know. I can't.
I'll do it.
No, 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 no. I'd rather just...
Val,
Don't foul me, Charlie.
you have to get some rest, love.
I have to. I'll tell you what I have to do. I have to go upstairs. I have to pick out clothes for Brian. It's good clothes for the...
I know.
I have to go through his wardrobe and then I have to go to the mortuary.
Mum.
I have to give them Brian's clothes. The ones I have to choose for him. And I have to hear them say all over again they're sorry. Nothing could be done. When they took me into the mortuary, it looked like he were asleep. Inside, I was screaming, waking up, Brian, waking up. But I just stood there, because that's what I do. I'll never say... It was that car, weren't it? You think I'm stupid? You think I don't know he upgraded it?
He overtook at the wrong place.
Stupid car.
It could have happened to anyone, any car, love.
I should have said something. I knew I should have. It was that car.
Mum,
but
please. Oh.
I never say anything, and now...
Oh, please.
Oh, God.
All I want is nothing more. To hear you knocking at my door. 'Cause if I could see your face once more, I could die a happy man, I'm sure. When you said your last goodbye, I died a little bit inside. I lay in tears in bed all night, alone without you by my side. But if you loved me, why'd you leave me? Take my breath.
Kate was always so bossy.
Just like her mum.
Hey!
You know, she was like a sister to our age. More than I ever was. I never knew how she put up with her.
Alcohol.
When I moved here in second year, Kate was the very first person I met. The headmistress put me with her, and Kate showed me around the school and introduced me to her mates.
The head always used to put Kate with the newbies. She was like an official welcome back to the school.
I never knew that, did you?
Do you remember that party? I think you were in Wales or something.
Oh, but Tom's 16th, weren't it?
Everyone from school was there. Went on till about 3 in the morning.
How come we never heard anything from the neighbours?
Oh, you know, Kate, she could talk her way out of anything.
When we got up in the morning, the day you were due back, all the walls had permanent marker on them. The living room, the hall, the kitchen. But Kate found some paint in the shed.
That's why I told you it was too clean when we got back.
The stairs, the kitchen, place stank. We had to open all doors and windows to get rid of the smell.
I'm just going to put the kettle on. Keep talking. Tom, please, it's okay. I'll stand here. Just don't go. Oh, it's cold out. Do you want to? No, okay, I'll stay here. Just can I? Tom. I don't blame you for not wanting to come in. I never...
Mrs. Harper.
Tom, You've never once called me that. Don't start now. It's Anne.
I wanted to say I'm so sorry.
We're an accident. It was nobody's fault. How's your mum and dad? Oh, I'm sorry, a stupid question. People keep asking me, and it's just what you say when there's nothing to say. Oh, Tom. You've lost more than all of us. You've lost Kate, your brother. It's just... these things happen, Tom. And we want you to know that we don't blame you. Please remember that. We know that you loved her. Kate.
Hey, I thought Anne was making the tea.
Oh, no. I can take care of it.
Are you okay?
Yeah, honestly, just go back in.
Okay. Okay.
And leaving without them. And leaving without them. Being as in love with you as I am. Being as in love with you as I am. Being as in love with you as I am. Being as in love, love, love.
I lay awake all night.
Me too.
I didn't want to sleep. I thought if I could stay awake, then today, but
I know. I don't think you should go to the funerals. I think you've been through enough.
Looking out the door, I see the rain fall upon the funeral mourners, parading in a wake of sad relations as their shoes fill up with water. Maybe I'm too young to keep good love from going wrong. But tonight, you're on my mind and soul. You never know. Broken down and hungry for your love, with no way to feed it. Where are you tonight, child? You know how much I need it.
swears it was me that put them there, but you know what she's like with anything black. Rachel? More?
Okay.
You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. I thought we lost you. Rachel, it's okay. Take your time.
Kate's gone.
You've got to get better for her.
Mom.
I'm here, Rachel. Here.
No, I want my mum.
I found that in, Brian, I want you to have it.
Rachel woke up earlier.
Yeah, I heard.
She can't remember who she is, what happened. Doesn't remember any of us. The only person she remembers is Kate. Why didn't you go to the funerals?
I couldn't.
How could you not go?
Her mum and dad, I couldn't have them looking up and seeing me.
You're a coward, Tom. I know what Kate ever saw in you.
No one laughs at God in a hospital. No one laughs at God in a war. No one's laughing at God when they're starving or freezing or so very poor. No one laughs at God when a doctor calls after some routine tests. No one's laughing at God when it's gotten real late and their kid's not back from that party yet. No one laughs at God when their airplane starts to uncontrollably shake. No one's laughing at God when they see the one they love hand in hand with someone else and they hope that they're mistaken. No one laughs at God when the cops knock on their door and they say, "We got some bad news, sir." No one's laughing at God when there's a famine, fire, or flood. But God could be funny at a cocktail party while listening to a good God-themed joke. Or when the crazy say he hates us and they get so red in the head you think they're about to choke. God could be funny when told to give you money if you just pray the right way. And when presented like a genie with his magic like Houdini, or grants wishes like Jiminy Cricket and Santa Claus. God could be so hilarious.
You stand straight in that dock. I don't care what the jury decide, or what anyone round here thinks. You told the truth. And you are a Harris. And you are my son.
No one laughs at God on a day they realize that the last sight they'll ever see is a pair of hateful eyes. No one's laughing at God.
Leah! Leah, where are my fucking trousers? I told you not to touch my stuff! You told me to take them to the dry cleaners. No, I didn't. You said to leave them downstairs. You're lying. Why are you lying to me? I must have got it wrong. Well, I've changed my mind. I'm not going. But it's the last day of the trial. I'm not going. Ethan's facing a death by dangerous driving charge, Rachel. He could go to prison. He should be there. What fucking word don't you understand? I'm not going! Kate's parents aren't going. I'm not going. Leave me alone.
Waiting. How long does it take them to reach a verdict?
Has Tom said anything to you yet?
No, nothing. Not since, not since before the crash, anyway. And Rachel couldn't come then.
She wasn't feeling very well.
What's your question?
You just did.
What changed? You blame Tom for what happened to Brian and that, but you don't blame me for what happened to Rachel.
I see the way you are with her. She's treated you like a piece of shit for the past year, and you're still there for her.
Yeah, but I was to blame. Just as much as Tom.
Tom just bailed on everyone. It's like we don't exist. Blame doesn't change what happened. It was an accident.
Do us a favour. Give this to Rachel for her birthday.
It's not till next month. You're not going to get sent down, Ethan.
Ethan, jury's in.
Remind me to bring a cloth next time. Headstone needs a clean.
Hey.
I know. Sometimes it just sneaks up.
Hey, you were right, you know.
I usually am. About what?
Our place being here without Kate. Had no business at that trial.
It's Val. I didn't know you'd be here. I don't want to intrude. No. Your son's here.
I'm really sorry, Anne.
There's no need to apologise.
The boys were cleared of death by dangerous driving.
Oh.
Good. That's good.
But listen, we never wanted a trial. It were an accident.
That's why we weren't there. Our Kate, she wouldn't have wanted any of this for Tom.
Martin...
Val, it's okay. You don't have to say anything. You go and see your son.
Tell Tom we were asking after him.
Yeah. Go on, Ian. Let's go on.
you doing in here?
Nothing. Nothing.
These were Brian's. Don't touch them.
Sorry, Mum.
Yeah, you're always sorry after. Have you thought for fight?
Oh.
There's pizza in the kitchen.
Leave me some for me, kiddo.
Yeah.
I was in here cleaning the other day. I opened his wardrobe just to let his clothes breathe. And I started crying. I just saw all his clothes and I couldn't stop myself. I just started crying.
I can pack them away if you like.
We lost one son. And I can't help hating the other one that did it.
Well, give it time, love. Now the trial's over.
Don't say we can get back to normal. This isn't normal.
It will be. One day.
I don't know how to forgive him. And I don't think I ever will.
You don't mean that.
God forgive me, I do.
How can you go out with that?
I saw you.
Rach, you're heavier than you look, you know.
Dance with me. Come on, have fun already.
Ow! Bang my head.
Alright, this is a bit more. Tom? Fancied a walk? Of course you did. Those for Brian, yeah. Listen, I was supposed to give you this if the trial didn't go well for Ethan, but I figured you'd done it anyway. It's your birthday card. Your birthday's next month. No. I'm just gonna say one thing. Well, the first time for everything. Do you love Ethan? What? Well, you're my sister, he's a mate, and if you do love him, then stop treating him like shit. He's been through just as much as everyone, and I mean, he's a good bloke, he deserves better. You done? Yeah. No. Ethan was facing prison, and the whole time he thought of you. If you don't love him, then let him go, Rachel. I thought you were only going to say one thing. Yeah, well, maths was never my strong point. There's no rush, you know. Are you being funny? No. Like, I mean, there's no hurry. I can call us a lift or something. Yeah, because that worked out really well last time. I'm joking. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm not going to say sorry for telling you to fuck off early. What? You must be getting a bit soft in your old age. That is the first time you have ever apologised for anything. And I mean, ever, for as long as I can remember. Yeah, well, don't get used to it. And who are you calling old? Emo slag. Princess. Looks like nothing happened. It's okay, come on.
Oh, yeah.
Rachel's gone on. I sent Leah to make sure she were okay. Was she expecting you?
Yeah. Yeah, was gonna go to the crash site together, you know.
Well, I'm sure she just forgot. You know how Rachel is.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll just meet him down there.
But it's time, Ethan,
What is?
to let our Rachel go. Rachel's not the same girl you started going out with. She looks the same. Sometimes she even sounds the same. But there's some days I think we lost our daughter that day.
Plane's just...
But I'm grateful. We got a second chance. So did Rachel. And so should you. It's time to let her go.
It's like... And after the accident... Poor old Rach, she couldn't even remember who he was. And 4 months ago, she couldn't even walk. Just look at her now. She's getting there, yeah?
You can't keep hoping it'll be the same as it was before.
It's not like that. It's just... I love her. You know, I loved her then, and I love her now. I still love her, Susanna.
You know, this is the first time I've been back here since the crash. No, I still can't remember anything. Nothing from the crash, nothing from the days.
You know what, maybe that's for the best.
I don't want to forget anything. I just don't want to lose anyone else. It's my birthday in a month, so you can give it to me then. What are you doing here?
You've been avoiding us all year, mate. And this is it, yeah?
You shouldn't be here. He has a right to be here. No, we have a right to be here. You don't. I asked him here. It's what Kate would have wanted. Not so you're speaking on behalf of the dead now, are you? Me, Kate and Ashley were friends long before any of you came along. I think I know them, so yes, I am speaking for them.
Yeah, well, fuck him, all right, 'cause it's not worth it.
This is all your fault. Ashley, Kate and Brian are dead because of you. Why did you overtake that car?
I don't know.
I lost my sister because of you. Leah. Everything about her's different. You know, what she likes, what she doesn't like. You didn't lose me. Leah, you didn't lose me. I was the one that arranged that night out. Why did you overtake that car?
Wasn't one thing. I just thought I'd put... I don't know.
You just do what you do best, yeah, Tom? Just run away. Just like you did at the hospital, just like you did at Katie's funeral, yeah?
I was afraid.
Yeah, well, Katie's family needed you there, mate.
How could I be with you and not see her? How could I be with you and not see her and know that it was my fault? And I keep saying that I'm sorry over and over again, and it doesn't help. It doesn't bring Brian back, and it doesn't make you better. And it doesn't help my mum and dad, and I don't know what else to do.
Can I get up? Come on. You gotta get up.
I can't. I can't anymore. My mum, you know what she said? She said I broke her heart. And And I want to fix things for her, but I can't. I want to make things better, and I just can't.
You can't, and that's the point. You just have to learn to live with the loss. And you can't do that by locking yourself away or hiding from everyone who reminds you of Kate. Have you visited her grave?
No.
Do you know what? I was exactly the same at the start, but now I like to visit her. Sometimes I look around and I will see her standing there.
I wish I could see her. Just once more. You hear about that all the time. People seeing someone they've lost, and I haven't seen her once. I haven't even dreamt about her. I think I'm gonna forget what she looks like.
You have to forgive yourself. You knew her. She has. Visit her grave is what she would want.
Why do you even care?
Because we're friends and friends stick up for each other. No, I lost my best friend. I don't want to lose anyone else. You know, if we remember them, then they're not really dead.
Outside of the window, I was sticking with you. We were only kids then. We get soaked right through. We used to tell them I was staying in yours, sheltered in our own world. We watched the rain right through. girls like